Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of camouflaged inside my Corvette. Great to see you tonight. We have a fun Tech Tuesday segment for you, and then a beautiful ride segment to follow up. Real quick, let's make mention of last night's video and the announcement of the 2023 price increase on Corvette. Our video was stating from the inception of 23 pricing, which wasn't too long ago, until last night, it was a $2,400 increase. In fact, the increase last night was only $2,300 because of that $100 transportation increase just a couple of weeks back. And thank you everybody for acting like adults and still engaging on the channel and sharing your feedback. I know you're not happy about it, but everybody said, you know what? It is what it is, Rick, but at the end of the day, this new Corvette is still the best sports car value out there. And you guys are so right. Thank you so much for that feedback. Others need to read those comments. And let me add to that. Yes, the C8 Corvette does live up to the hype, even through all the drama. Wait a minute. Hey, we got to put that in quotations. The C8 Corvette lives up to the hype, even through all the drama. Rick Conti, bam, boom. Yeah, but sometimes I just come up with stuff like that. One-liners. That's my job. Words and phrases. All right. Anyways, one more quick shout out and a big thank you to ACS Composite. This past weekend at the Corvette show in Roscoe Village, they had sent me as a personal gift. It was so nice. The Rock Guard extensions for my C8 Corvette. I mean, those things are $500. So I paid it forward and gave it away as a door prize, and the winner was so excited to receive those Rock Guard extensions. So again, just another big shout out, deservingly so, to ACS Composite. If you're looking for accessories on your Corvette, they give us some great choices. Check them out. The website is up on the screen there. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. And hey, one more thing real quick that will be extended conversations in future Tech Tuesday uploads that I found on the 2023 Corvette going to the maintenance screen. It has one more line now that shows you engine oil life, transmission fluid life, transmission canister filter life. I'm hoping that just maybe when we do some of these software updates in our current cars that we get this feature. So tonight on Tech Tuesday, it's Shop Talk with Chuck, Nate, and myself. Thanks for joining us. You know, I love getting up early. I just don't like being on camera early, but that's okay. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us for Tech Tuesday. And it's neat, interesting, and enjoyable for me. Previous uploads, things that we talk about, become extended conversations in future uploads like I have for you today. So what are you doing? You're cleaning up because of the vlog? I mean, it's okay. Everybody knows it's a shop. More on the extended conversation from last week's upload coming up in just a moment. It is Shop Talk today on Tech Tuesday. And it's funny, Nate's working on a 15 Z06 that we just got in. And I know a lot of you that have your cars, you're getting ready to trade them in, and you always tell us, oh, this car needs nothing. Well taken care of. It's never been wet, never seen rain. And lately on the Tech Tuesdays, we've been talking a lot about C7. They've come to a point in their life cycle, they do need something. And when a car comes in on trade, now this one's a really nice car. Again, we were told, oh, it needs nothing. And right away, people look at the outer edge of their tires. Oh, it's fine. Mm-hmm. The inner edge.
Oh yeah, it's a big tire and you can't see
the freaking cords were hanging out.
Cords were hanging out. It was some of the worst tires I've seen. I mean, they almost got my finger.
I don't even know how he didn't know. You know, driving in the rain, it was all over the place.
Yeah, it didn't drive.
So before we sell this car, we're going to go through the car, the needs nothing car. Here's the things that it's going to need. Nate's already put the new tires on, and they're all seasons. Yep. Way to go. Okay, so this is a 15 Z06. What else did it need?
It had 2 bent rims.
Okay.
The belt tensioner was leaking.
Okay.
It had
oh, that speaker thing.
Yep, the doors rattle, which a lot of people won't notice, but if you listen to your music with the doors down, you pass a wall, you pass another vehicle parked on the side of the road.
With the windows down, if you put the windows down?
And you'll hear the worst
vibration
metal rattle. The frame of the door rattles up against every time the sounds in the speaker make a certain vibration.
You got to put some new gooey stuff in there, right?
It's window butyl. It's it's this weird mushy material that you put in between the two.
Yeah, so what we're talking about, if you get your C7 and you want to know if your car is affected by this in the door and most of, if not all, the C7s we're getting in on trade right now have this going on. Inside the car, like Nate said, you're not going to hear this. Turn your car on, turn your music up, listen to the doors outside, and they're like, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Depending on the music that you listen to, it can,
Right.
it can be really, really fast. And
What are you saying? Are you saying something?
Yeah,
If you like a lot of bass, yo.
well, no, even country music. That I listen to country music.
Right.
I turn it to 102 or 100.3 in the shop. It's the best radio station that we pick up.
Right.
And yeah, it's just, if the beat is fast enough, I mean, the rattle is just crazy.
And the other thing I know you had to do, and Chuck and I have been talking about this a lot, it's becoming very commonplace on the automatic C7s. You had to do the triple flush on this car.
Yep. Transmission had to be flushed, and it's like you said, it's very common. It's affected a lot of them,
Right.
but doing the triple flush, you haven't really had to replace any torque converters. It helps out.
Sure. So there, another fresh reminder for C7s, and this is a car that we took in that needed nothing. Okay, guys, every car needs. I remember I took in a 20-year-old car, only had 3,000 miles. As soon as you guys got it up in the air and looked underneath of it, you're like, whoa, leaking like a sieve everywhere. So yes, guys, every car is going to need something. So good conversations. I'll let Chuck get a snack, and then we'll extend the conversation from last week's show. What do you got there?
Pringle.
Okay. We'll be right back. So Chuck just goes, this is a problem. It's a problem all over our world. What's that? You're getting ready to do another oil change, and
Well, I'm maybe getting ready to do another oil change. I've only got one more quarter 5W30.
right. Yeah, this stuff's getting old, man, but it is
What it is.
Speaking of sign of the times, a little personal note from our buddy Chucky here. So you know how tough it is if you're able to go out to eat, if the restaurant's even open, but share if you would.
Well, the wife and I got to where we wasn't going out to eat because we're kind of tired of lack of service and no good food. Everything, everything's backed up, back order, can't get, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So she wanted to go to O'Charlie's Saturday night, and reluctantly I went. But whoever was cooking the steaks ordered a medium well, cooked perfect. Baked potato cooked perfect. Service was perfect. It was the best meal I've had out in 4 years.
That's great.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Kudos to O'Charlie's.
That's it. It's good to share that stuff. It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Chuck said, hey, I probably should have grabbed the manager, and I went, yeah, well,
I
you can
should've.
imagine. Excuse me, sir. There's a guy out there at table 8 who wants to talk to you. Oh, gosh, what now? Right. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I told Rick. I should have called the manager over and gave him props because I know they get all the complaints. It's
Right.
nice every now and then to get the props for the good work that you're doing. So.
yeah, our world is just upside down right now.
And I missed an opportunity to do something good and should have.
You're making me hungry, though.
Zero.
Interesting conversation. Chuck's on the phone with our parts manager. He goes, how many quarts of oil you have? He goes, I have one. Yeah, the Corvette's going to take more than 1 quart of oil. Now he's probably, what are you looking for, 040? Because that is backward compatible for the C7 Corvette. Of course, in 19, they went to 040. So you can use that if your car like this 17 takes 530, you can put 040 in this. You didn't believe you really had 1 quart, right?
1 quart.
Okay, so now what?
Well, there's an old waiter oil change sitting up there. He said he'd try to get me some. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to Texas in July, so
Yeah.
let me bring some back.
You might have to.
Don't go too far. I say stand here, it means stand here.
Step.
And hang on, we're getting set up here. All right, so last week on the show, the extended conversation, I read the comments and I really do appreciate that. First of all, some of the questions Chuck had last week were difficult and almost impossible to answer because you guys weren't really giving us the full scenario, what was going on with your car. It's like calling the doctor. Hey, I got a pain. Okay, is it a hangnail pain? Do you have a headache? I don't know, I just got a pain. And then you just keep asking questions. Well, I was lifting some lumber last night and my back, oh, you have a muscle pull. Okay, so when you're sending in the emails, email addresses up on the screen, give us some more feedback, you know, how many miles are on your car, what the situation was, that the issue that you have on the car, so we can help try and diagnose it maybe just a little bit, you know. And also on that email address, send in if you've got questions on how to use stuff on your Corvette, C6, C7, C8, happy to help you guys there. So remember last week we were talking about the guy that, because you haven't had any of those happen, that had only at idle on C8 had a rough idle.
Yeah, the only ones I've had are the ones that come off the truck.
Right, yeah, and we've talked about how to fix that, and that does a great job. But you know, getting into the life cycle of the car, and I have actually thought, really forgot that I've had that going on with my car. We got done filming last week's show, and then all of a sudden Chuck goes,
did you feel that?
Did you feel? I'm like, well, yeah, I've been feeling it all the time. He goes, that's what the guy was just talking about. And I go, I know. And then when you start accelerating, it goes away. Yeah. So, Ton was watching the channel last week. Thank you so much for that. He says, hey, C8 rough idle. Let me update you guys. I had a similar issue as you described. I would sometimes see the RPM spike more radically, and I'd feel a vibration in the car switching from V4 to V8 mode. The dealership found corrosion on the number 4 spark plug. They end up changing out the plug and the wire, and the car's running fine. So Chuck said, on my car, you're going to do what next time?
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get it to where it's missing again, because we sat out there and idled for what, probably 13 minutes?
Yeah.
13, 20 minutes shooting a video.
Right.
And the longer it idled, the more it was pronounced. So if we can get it back to where it's missing, I'm going to hook it up to the scanner and try to pinpoint which cylinder it's missing on. It's not enough to set the check engine light, but it still should show up as a misfire on the GDS too.
And I just dismissed it and like, okay, whatever. I mean, I got an extended warranty, and something breaks, you'll fix it.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, but for a while there, I'd be sitting there at a light and you know, I was like, wait a minute. And it's funny that we were just talking about that last week. So it's always great to have the conversations, extended conversations. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. It's always good to see you guys on Tech Tuesday. Today, just a nice casual shop talk. I like to do those too.
Absolutely.
Chuck, I got a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Rick, you misspoke that. You are a pain.
Oh,
yeah.
That's enough out of you too. Heads up, if you have a C6 Corvette that's a manual transmission, we might just have some good news for you. We've actually talked about this before. Well, Chuck is trying to struggle and get this washer fluid bottle out.
Yeah, whoever was in here before obviously didn't know what they were doing.
Well, let's talk about the special policy for manual transmissions, and let's talk about the one situation which you helped the guy that was, you just happened to be in the right place at the right time in the service drive. The guy thought he was going to have to buy a whole new clutch, and you said what to him?
Well, he told me what happened. He said he drove it the week before and everything was fine, got it the next weekend, pushed the clutch pedal down, and it stayed on the floor. So he thought it needed a clutch. Clutch went out of it.
Right.
And he was talking to the service advisor when I walked up, and they got me in the middle of the conversation. I said, no. It probably don't need a clutch, especially if it drove fine the weekend before and you parked it. Now, cut to next time you get in, the clutch pedal goes to the floor. They have special coverage for the clutch master cylinder.
For the master cylinder, not the clutch.
Yes.
Okay, and the situation would be the pedal goes to the floor and it stays there.
Right.
Okay.
Just for no reason. Now, if you wear the clutch out, obviously you're going to have to pay for a clutch. But if you're driving the car or driven the car and everything's fine, you get in it one day and the clutch pedal goes on the floor and stays on the floor.
Right.
The clutch master cylinder probably went out of it. And GM has special coverage on that for 10 years or 120,000 miles.
Right. So if they're running the VIN number on cars that you don't have a chance to work on, they might have an opportunity like this guy here and to get that. And this is the part, not the clutch. This is the master cylinder.
Now this part hooks to the clutch pedal. This part's the fluid.
Right.
And this is the hydraulic part of it that goes down to the slave cylinder.
Right.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like some of these Tech Tuesday Shop Talk segments, because I can come back here, watch you work on cars, and we can discover stuff together, share it with the audience, and it's a win. It's a Tech Tuesday for Corvette.
Yeah. Just remember, 10 years or 120,000.
Which
so
the clock is ticking on this one. This one's almost done.
Yeah, this one would have been done next year. Seeing how it's 10 years or 120,000, you're probably looking at 12 and 13 is probably the only one still covered.
Yeah, so this is a 13 that you're working on, depending on when it actually went into service for warranty. Yeah. All right. Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Bam! How about that? Yeah. Chuck's going to be happy now. 5W and 0W40 oil for your Corvettes. Get a little dicey there for a minute. Thanks again for watching tonight, you guys. I know I kind of feel like Conti the Chameleon. Support the channel, subscribe, like this video, make comments down below. Look forward to seeing you on our next upload. But before you go, while I'm enjoying my ride, let's check out some more of your beautiful rides now.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you